let's start. We're actually going to start on the mat. And we're going to do a lot of, like I said, lower body today, just because I don't know if your hips or your hamstrings or anything have been hurting, your knees, not sure. But today we're going to try something a little different. So we're actually going to come all the way down to the mat first. Oh wait, let me get my yoga towel. So you gals go ahead and come on down to the mat. Okay, all right, Kate. Kate's always so easy. Thank you, Kate. Well, you know, I always want to do what people want to do or want to see. So here's my yoga towel. I know someone had asked earlier, like, God, it gets slippery. I have so many of these. I don't know why I didn't use them. I just always associate them with the actual, like, going to the gym. I have so many of these, so this is great. These are fantastic because they're supposed to fit on the towels, and after a sweaty workout, then you're not sliding all around. Okay, so let's lie on our backs here. Okay, let me time this. All right. So we're going to start by actually bending both knees here, and let's take our left knee and keep that bent. Okay, so hopefully you can see me. Yeah, left knee, keep it bent. Arms are at the sides. You are going to actually lift the right knee and scoop that tailbone up to the ceiling. So it almost kind of feels like a glute bridge, although you're not quite like a glute bridge, right? This would be a single leg glute bridge. You're not quite lifted off like that. You scoop the tailbone towards the ceiling. So you basically engage the abs, all right? Shoulders are down, and you're going to elongate that right leg with the sole of the foot towards the ceiling. Now the knee can definitely be bent. You can keep it, you know, you don't want to be like forcing this. So if you feel the stretch right here, that's totally cool. All right, so see how my knee is slightly bent, but you want to think about dropping that whole leg into the socket. That sounds weird, I know, but try to kind of pull it into the hip, okay? Now if you want to, you can kick the heel up a slight bit, but you should really feel this engage all the way down behind your leg and your thigh, even behind your knee. All right, and so this is active. You're pointing your toes towards you. And if you want a little bit more of a stretch, you're going to take your hands and clasp them. Okay, you're going to actually just rest them against the back of your leg, and instead of pushing them, you're going to push the leg into the hands. So it's quite different. Okay, so push the leg into the hands. A little shake. I don't know if you can see my foot shaking, but it's shaking. It's like, what are you doing? All right, so push. All right, and if you want to straighten, you can. Okay, but we're going to take 2 breaths here. And again. Okay, and if it's available to you or you feel like you want to, you can actually push this left leg very slowly and gently. Okay, so the one with the knee that's bent towards the floor, and then you're going to flex that foot as well. So point those toes up to the ceiling while also flexing this, so it makes the pose pretty active. All right, and now continue to press that right thigh into your hands and let that thigh pull your shoulders down. Okay, and close your eyes here. Inhale. Again, we're trying to get into the calves and the hamstrings here. One more breath. Okay, so now you're going to take your right hand, assuming that this is your right leg, you're going to take your right hand and grab it from the outside of the foot, okay? If that's not, like if you can't do that, totally fine. Grab the ankle or the calf. This is your ankle. Did you know that this is your ankle? This is your calf. You can grab the ankle, the calf, pull on this. You can pull down here, okay? But the idea is you're going to do what I call like a half baby. So let that knee fall towards the armpit and pull. All the while you're keeping this left knee, you're keeping this left foot flexed, okay? So again, very active. Opening up in that hip flexor, you should feel it. If it's too much, back away from it. This is totally fine too, okay? Oh. So as you know me, I always talk about how the hips get tight after sitting for more than 2 hours, right? The quads shut off. I mean, the quads kick in, the butt shuts off, right? Everybody has gluteal amnesia. And then we're gonna bend this left knee again, okay? And then now straighten the leg, let go. Straighten, see if you can straighten it a little bit more, all right? So flexing that foot on the right, making sure this knee is pointing straight up to the ceiling. This may be going on. And if that really feels good, cool. Otherwise, keep it active and keep it up like that. All right, we're gonna just see if we can actually push the leg a little harder while also bringing that foot a little closer to the face or the knee a little closer to the face. Let's just see if we did that. You keep the tailbone scooped up. Okay. Yeah, so all of this stuff is great for your backside, the posterior chain, which again shuts down when you're sitting. So, all right, the front of your body takes over, the quads, and if that happens enough, then the knees start to hurt, then the hips are out of alignment, and then the back starts to hurt. Okay, so we're gonna bring it down gently. We're gonna repeat that on the other side, so go really slow, all right? Just, I want us to be really aware of what's going on. We're not in any rush to get anywhere. Well, you might be, but I'm trying to not make this rushed throughout this practice. So, all right, press the right foot down into the mat. Again, spread the toes, all right? If you happen to do this on the other side, just do the opposite. Then you put your left foot in, but I'm gonna be working my left leg. The left leg's gonna go straight up, okay? So you're gonna scoop that tailbone up a little bit, okay? And then elongate that leg. I shouldn't have said straight. You know, the knee is slightly bent, okay? Or it's very, very much so, okay? If that feels good, cool. But again, spreading the toes of the right foot and planting that into the mat. And then just kind of letting this whole leg fall into the hip socket, okay? So let it come straight down. Even if it's bent, just push it down into that socket. All right, you're gonna flex that foot, heel towards the ceiling, toes towards your face. And again, notice my leg is totally bent, okay? And this is fine as well. Take your hands, clasp them and put them behind your left thigh, and then press that thigh into the hands, not opposite, so don't pull, but press. Press the thigh into the hands. And keep the shoulders away from the ears. I have an inappropriate story that I might share while we're doing this. So one thing about these yoga towels is, you know, they have to be washed all the time. Just when you do that, make sure you don't wash them with your hot pink underwear, so that when you go to class and you fling the towel up, the underwear goes flying through the air and almost lands on one of your fellow yoga people who might be a little bit mad at you because you're not the teacher and you showed up a little late. So always, if you're gonna wash this towel, make sure that you're not drying it with like really bright undergarments. Well, if that happens, make sure to, you know, that somebody else doesn't fold your yoga towel for you and leave a little something. Not that they meant to, but yeah, I don't think she meant to. It's a lady that cleans my house. She thought she did me a favor, but or maybe she doesn't like me. Okay, so press the thigh into the hands. Okay. And now you're going to take your left hand. Okay, if this is your left leg, it's your left hand. If it's your right leg, you're going to take your right hand. So just grab it. And then do a half. Oh no. No. Hang on. Let's push this. Let's push the right leg away first, okay? Let's straighten that up. You don't have to if you don't want to, it's an option. But you're gonna flex that right foot as well. Sorry about that, people. So it's like an active pose. And if you want to, you can straighten this leg a little bit more. Woo, mama, feel that in your, down through your glute. Oh my goodness. And let's take 2 breaths here. And another. Okay. Grab the outside of your foot, bend that knee into half happy baby. Now you can either bend this leg back again if you want, or just keep it out. Okay, whatever works, whatever feels good. Okay. Again, if you can't reach that, ankle. I got it down this time. This is your ankle. This is your calf. pull. Whatever you need to just to pull. Try to get the knee down towards the armpit. Okay. One more. Okay, now if your leg is elongated, if your right leg's elongated, you're going to gently bring it back to bent with the foot flat on the mat, spread the toes. Now you're going to, again, elongate the left leg, scoop the tailbone up a tiny bit, okay? And then let this leg fall into the hip socket. Clasp the hands behind the thigh. And you can either press into, try to keep pressing the leg into the hands. And then maybe the toes come towards your face a little bit, maybe. And another breath here. One more. Okay, so now we're going to very slowly bring the knees. Remember I said this is sloga? Very slow, okay? So knees into the chest. Make a little circle. Okay, so this video is mainly based, not based, it's aimed at hamstrings, lower back, hips, pretty much lower body, okay? So this is really stretching out, switch, relaxing, undoing all the stuff that we do during the week. And like I said, it could be something as basic as sitting. Right? Sitting's the new smoking. It's not the new smoking. It's been the new smoking for the last 20 years. All right, so you're going to gently roll. Why don't we roll towards the screen? Okay, if the screen's forward, don't do a somersault. Just roll to one side, okay? All right, so gently come up. We're going to come into all four. I'm going to check the time. Okay, we have plenty of time. Okay, so we're going to shake our tails. You're going to bump your hips to the right and then look over your right shoulder. Okay, feel that side body stretch in the left. Again, you're not jamming your wrists. And then bump the hips to the left and look over that left shoulder. Very nice. And then just keep wagging the tail. I'm going to do a couple of cows here. So I always say that, but I do cow first. So tailbone up, shoulders away from the ears. Feel that nice stretch in the front body. And then exhale, round out. And inhale, belly sinks, tailbone up. Exhale, round it out. Scoop out that belly. One more. Really slow and controlled, okay? One inhale on one movement, one exhale on the other. All right, back to neutral spine. Walk it forward with the hands. Fingers are as wide as can be, pressing through the knuckles. Take your time getting up there. Flex your feet, and you're just gonna kind of dance into downward dog, okay? Dancing dog. Ooh, okay? So stretching out, calves, Achilles tendons. Ooh, if you were in the class before, maybe you're feeling it in your glute. From those RDLs, from the lunges. Okay, so we're just walking our doggy. Hello, doggy. Walk, doggy. All right, and then we're just going to hang out here whenever you are ready. Okay, pressing the shoulders away from the ears. Trying to get the chin towards the chest, lengthening the legs. All right, you have two choices. So you can either come down into all four, all right, and then from there go to pigeon, or you can stay up here. Raise your right leg, bend that knee, open it up into three-legged dog. Hello, look under your armpit. And then bring the knee either behind the wrists or between the hands, whatever you'd like for pigeon. Okay, so we're all going to meet there. And again, if you'd like to, you can move your shin up so that it's parallel to the top of the mat. I really hope I haven't cut my head off. Sorry, there's a delay on my computer screen, so when I'm looking, yeah. Did anyone catch the video where I cut my head off? It's great. It's like the headless Homan. Okay, So, all right, so you are going to, if it's comfortable, go ahead and put the top of the foot on the back, of the mat, right? If that's cramping, then just flex it, okay? All right, so you're gonna take a deep breath in, look up, shoulders away from the ears, and either come straight down in front or walk it over to your left, whatever gets you the best stretch, okay? So right here if you want, and then kind of come down if you like, all right? Shoulders away from the ears. We're gonna take 6 deep breaths and I will guide you through this. So inhale, here we go, 4 counts in. Exhale, sink down, get a little heavier. Inhale, float. Exhale, sink. Inhale, expand. Exhale, sink. Inhale. Exhale, soften. So scan your body and see if there's anywhere that's tight or holding any tension. Inhale. On the exhale, let that go. One more inhale. And exhale. Okay, very gently and slowly find the space underneath each armpit, with each hand. Slowly look up towards the ceiling and shoulders down for a nice little back bend there. All right, you have 2 options here. You can either flex this back foot, shoot the right leg straight up into 3-legged dog. You can go, or you can go right here into all 4. Okay, so here's the first option. Second option is whatever you'd like, okay, whatever feels good. 3-legged. All right, so now you're gonna make a circle wherever you are. If you're on all 4s, you're gonna make a circle with your knee to the right. We're working that leg that was just bent, and then go opposite. Okay, and then you can go back into all 4, into downward dog, whatever you'd like. This time you're gonna lift the left leg up wherever you are, into 3-legged dog, or maybe you're in your all 4s, and then bring the knee to either between the hands or behind the wrists, whatever feels good for you, okay? That back foot is either flexed or pointed. It's flexed if you happen to have a cramp, whatever's gonna be the best for you, okay? So I like to kind of, I know most instructors don't say this, but I always like to tell people, kind of lean to the right because it opens up the hip a little bit more. But if that doesn't feel good, come back, that's fine. And then I always like to try to get the shin as close to the top of the mat as possible. I mean, it's not like out there or something, but I mean parallel, okay? So, again, whatever works for you. Look up at the ceiling, shoulders down, and either come down in front or over to the right. Okay, you can make a fist with your pillow. Make a pillow with your fists. And stack and put the forehead on there, or just come on down. All right, we're gonna sit up here. Okay, whenever you're ready, we're gonna inhale for 4. Here we go. And exhale. Now remember, don't worry if you're faster or slower than me. It's okay, I'm just providing a guide. All right, inhale. Exhale, sink and soften. So scan your body again. Where is the tension? Inhale. Is it in your face? Exhale, soften it. Inhale. Exhale, drop. Inhale, float. Exhale, sink. again, gently and slowly find that space underneath your armpits. Okay, nothing fast about this session this morning. Look nicely up, shoulders down. And then again, flex that back foot and either come into all four or come up into downward dog or three-legged dog. Whatever works for you, but just get there slowly. And then when we've all found our place, you're gonna circle your knee to the left. Get some blood back into the joint. 4, 5, 6, and then switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then let's sit back into child's pose. All right, so let's take a little wider approach. So feet are together, knees are apart if that feels good. Otherwise, regular child's pose works too. All right, but sit down, get your arms way in front of you, press the hands down, forehead to the mat, opening up those lats behind you, expanding the rib cage between the knees. And again, relax your forehead. Soften the jaw. One more. Okay, so from here, you can stay in that position if your knees do not come off the mat. That's what you want to make sure, that your knees don't come off the mat. Okay, so if they're kind of any bit off, then face forward like this. It's the same movement like that. Okay, you're going to look up at the ceiling. All right, so I'll show you from the side. All right, so you're going to look up, keep looking up, and then sit back. And then up, so good for the back and the hips, really opens it up. I probably don't need to tell you that because you can probably already feel it. So this especially, try to keep your feet on the ground. If they come up, that's okay. Up, just whatever feels good to you. Sit back, keep looking up at the ceiling. Again, this is for balance. And your back, and your hips. Slowing it down. Two more. One more. Okay, so let's walk it forward again. Really sit back. You can kind of feel that in your upper back. All right, try to really press the forearms and the elbows down. Press the forehead on the mat. One more deep breath in. Okay, so we're going to gently come up and turn over. All right, got a couple more things and then I'll set you free. So about 2 more movements. So take a nice long journey down towards your mat. Okay? All right. Feet on the outside of the mat. Okay, so we're going to do really slow windshield wipers. So you're going to inhale up, exhale, let the knees fall to the right, looking straight up at the ceiling. Okay, and then inhale up, let them fall to the left. And notice one side may not be able to fall all that far. All right, that just means tightness on one side. Most of us are not symmetrical because we tend to favor one side. Exhale down to the right. So it's, you always hear me talking about splitting movements up. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, so gently bring the knees into the chest again. Scoop that tailbone up. All right, so bring the knees to the left, arms to the right, okay, gently. And then look over the right shoulder if you can. If it feels better doing it this way, cool, with your arms out in a T, that's cool. Okay, look at my knee. Well, you don't have to look, but just know that my knee on my right side doesn't drop all the way down to my left, okay? That may be the case for you. You may be on the floor completely, and that's fine. Okay, so inhale, bring the arms and the knees up. And then exhale, gently switch. So the knees go to the right, arms go to the left. And then look over the left shoulder. You can also put the arms out in a T if that works better for you. Put 2 breaths here. One more. Okay, and then gently bring everything back to center. And hopefully you have enough room, but you're going to, if you want to, okay, you're going to put your legs, your feet on the mat, and just gently elongate the legs. And then if you can, I don't even know if I can, reach the arms above the head, roll the shoulders down the spine, and stretch. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. This is actually a great thing to do in the morning, first thing in the morning. Stretch while you're on your back. You can grab one wrist and like grab your left wrist and lean over to the right, or okay, just with the upper body, and then lean to the left so you can get that nice stretch from the armpit down to the hip. Okay, and then again. Whoa. Okay, and so now we're going to just end up in Shavasana, dead body pose. All right, so feet are, toes are turned out, heels are turned in. Go ahead and close your eyes. All right, and just focus on the belly rising, on the shoulders sinking, on the face relaxing. Okay, if you can follow me, cool. If not, don't worry about it. Inhale, let that belly rise. Exhale, squeeze out all the tension. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe the toes turn out a little. Maybe the fingers are curled in. Maybe things are starting to feel heavier. I hope so. Inhale. Exhale, get heavy. Again, 3 more breaths like that. So inhale. Exhale. Letting things go on the exhalation. Okay, inhale. Exhale, sink into the earth. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and gently bring your arms above your head. Reach them as far as up as you can go, like kind of like climbing a ladder, because this is exactly how you climb a ladder, right? On your back. All right, and then clasp your hands together, and then bring them to your chest. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful Saturday, or whatever day it is where you are. And namaste.